In this lecture, we have started to talk about the generic types. We have used array. In this lecture, we'll create our own custom type. All right, so in our playground.ts, I will create here. Actually, we will create as a class, so this example is more obvious. Okay, so I'll make it white screen, and let's write here our custom class. So somewhere here under the person, let's write here class. And I will need to get you familiar with this class. This class will be called logger, and the responsibility of the logger class will be provide log function and the log some array of the items. Okay, so just simply console log them out. Okay, so we'll call this logger like this, very simple class called logger. Logger will have only one function called log. Okay, simple enough. Log function will expect to get here data, or we can simply call it items. Let's say this logger class will be working specifically with the array of strings. I'll write here array, pointy brackets, strings. All right. And also this logger class will expect to receive here a callback function. Okay, so I'll write here, this will expect to receive here a callback. Callback. Okay, what I'm doing here wrong. Here is a callback. Okay, implicit type for sure. Yeah. Parameter callback implicitly has an any type. Okay, we don't care. We can specify callback as any just for now. I will change it very soon. Okay, so we have a log function, and then simply in a log function we will get access here items dot, let's say for each, and in a for each we'll get here our item. Okay, so let's provide a callback function like this. Let's get here item, and then simply console log this item out. Console log item, and that's basically it. So now we are working with the strings, item string, console log item. So no big changes as in the last lecture. Maybe you are wondering why we are passing here callback. Actually, instead of this console log here, the responsibility of get the item and console log it out could be outside. So I could get here callback, and I could call here callback instead. And callback will be just a function, simple function passed from outside, as we have done with the for each, for example. You will see it very soon. Okay, so we can remove now iterate function. Also this iterate here. We'll create here a new instance of the logger. So let's create here const logger equal new logger. And simply on the logger, we can call function log, and we can provide here array of the num of the strings. So let's provide our strings, or we can extract it here like const cars. Let's say will be array of some car brands. So you know, okay, Audi, Skoda, okay, what else we have here? Okay, I'm not very much into the cars, so I don't know many car brands. Citroen, and yeah, that's enough. Oh, we have 3 cars. We'll provide it into log function. What we need to provide also here is callback. Callback, as I told you, is a simple, it will be arrow function, and here we'll get our car. Okay, so we are passing here this into a callback, and we will receive here a car, and we can now console log here this car. All right, console log here car, and we are getting here issue. So let's take a look here. Let's hover over. Parameter car implicitly has an any type. Not very good thing, but yeah, let's define it as any, so we know what's happening. So we have an instance of a logger. We are calling log function. We are providing cars we would like to iterate through. Logger will be iterating through them. You can see here we are using here items for each, and it's executing callback function, which is passed here. So every time you will iterate over the single item, you will call callback, which will be called from here. So you will get basically into this line here, console log car. So what we should see when we will save this, we should see the list of the cars console logged out. Audi, Skoda, Citroen. Guys, if it's not clear, don't forget you can always use debugger. So if you're not sure how the functionality is executed, provide debuggers into some specific lines. Debugger here, and a debugger, let's say, here and here in these spots. Let's save it. When you will go to browser, immediately we'll get into your code. When you are stuck here, don't see here anything in the source, so just click here on this arrow. All right, and you can see where you are. Okay, so as our code is executed, first we are creating, of course, logger instance. We are calling here logger.log. Of course, logger.log will pass here the cars and a callback. So now we will get here into log function. So log is executed, and log is executing items for each. So now Now we should jump here as the next line. So we'll click here again, resume script execution. Now we are getting here, we are getting item of a first item array from items. And in a callback, we are calling it, and a callback is our function. This function we are passing through here. Okay, so now when I will continue execution, we'll get here, console log out the car. I'll go back here into for each, the second item, resume script execution, our function, car, here, back here, callback, calling callback, which is our function here. Again, last car, continue, end of script, and we are done. All right, guys, so now let's remove this logger, the debuggers. Now I'm pretty sure, now it's pretty clear what's happening here. Why I'm showing this example, I would like to change this logger class to work with a specific types. So I would like to specify a generic type that it will not work only with the strings, but any type you want. First thing what we'll do, we need to specify here into logger pointy brackets after the name class, the class name. Okay, so after the class name, we need to specify pointy brackets, and we will specify here any uppercase letter. It doesn't really matter. It can be also name, for example, type, and so on. But the usual convention says that you are usually using the generic type, which will be called uppercase T. Okay, and that's it. Now, instead of your specific types, as you're getting here array of the strings, you'll specify here logger and a T. So now the items will work with the whatever you will create this class with, whatever type you will create this class with, it will work with these types. Also, we can modify our callback function. So I can specify here also type for a callback function. So as we are used to specify type, the type you can specify as a empty brackets, arrow, and the return type. Callback doesn't return anything, which will be void. And callback accepting what? Car here. Okay, so I can specify here accepting here item, let's say, item of type T. And now what I will do, I will create here logger, and I will specify here pointy brackets, and I will specify here string. So now you can imagine when this class will be created, it will be working only with the strings. All of these T's here, what you have this uppercase T, will be replaced with a string. So your log function item will be array of the strings. The callback will accept the string as a parameter and will return the void. So now when you will go here and hover over the cars, or over logger, you can see it's working with the logger, the string. Log function, when you will hover over, let's hover over, you can see it's working with the logger of strings. Log function is working with the items of strings, and the callback is getting here item of type string. So when I will hover over my cars, it's an array of the strings. When I will hover over my car, okay, we'll remove this any. We don't need to specify here any because now it should be car is a string. And I can simply get here my car string. Okay, and I can call here any string related function. If I will decide, okay, I don't want to have a logger of the strings, but I would like to have a logger of the numbers, I can do so. I can specify here logger. I will call it logger2. I'll create here a new instance of a logger, which will be logger of the numbers now. And it will be, let's say, numbers. And it will work with the numbers, let's say 1, 2, 3, 4. Now I will pass their numbers. And when I will hover over the log function here, let me see here number, we are specifying to log. What's wrong here? Type number is not assignable to type string. All right. We need to call here logger2. My mistake, logger2. Okay, so now when you will hover over a log function, you will see here logger of type number, calling log function accepting items parameter, which is a number array of the numbers, and a callback is accepting function, which will get here I as a number. So now when I will get here numbers, this is of course array of the numbers, everything is good. In the car, as a car we are receiving the number, but we can specify here, let's say there's a num, and you will see here that now will work only with numbers. And I can call here number related functions, as you can see here. Or actually you cannot see because I need to, like this. Okay, so now you can see number-related functions. And now when you want to work with any type, you can create a logger for it, okay? So if I will mix here any other type, you can see we are getting here errors because we cannot assign type string or number, which is now this array is a number of a string type. We cannot assign it purely to the items of a number array. I know, it can be a little bit confusing, but that's how it is. And if I want to create a logger for a person, I can do so. Again, you can just copy it over. I will create here logger3, logger of the person type, and now you need to specify here person. So numbers will be persons. You can call it, of course, as you want, and logger3 dot log persons, and you will specify here in an area of a person. So object, and each person has a name, right? Or how we define a person. Oh, it has a lot of parameters, so kind, name, and age. Yeah, let's simplify a little bit. Let's change this interface a little bit. Let's click here, and let's remove kind and leave here only name and age. And we don't need business person, academic person, and here this. Okay, so we'll remove all of this. We will just have here a very simple person with a name and age. So now when I will be creating here person array, I'll specify her name, Philip. All right, age 30. I'll write it my first person, second person, it can be something else. So name, John, and comma, and age, let's say 25. Okay, so now we have different types of loggers. Every logger works with a different type. So now we can save, go here, and we'll see here three different arrays. Alright guys, so that should be it. We'll be talking now extensively about the generics. I would like to really drill it so you will understand it completely, because in the Next.js lectures, when we'll be working on our final application, there will be a lot of generic types, so I need to be sure that you understand it. So if you have now any questions, just feel free to ask them in the Q&A section. I will be more than happy to provide you answers. So see you in the next one, guys. Cheers.